Hello everyone and welcome to episode 98 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's a modern day UFC save as we have our Fight Island 11 show here for this episode. It will be main evented by Alexander Volkanovski versus Bryce Mitchell. Hopefully Volkanovski beats the shit out of him. That's what we're hoping for in that one. But as far as for our male, we forgot to delete some of this. So actually the only thing we need to talk about is this. Cody Garbrandt has returned from hiatus. This is massive for us. He is, finally back. I think he took his hiatus literally about a year ago now. Maybe a little bit more. I felt like it was January of 21 as far as we didn't mean to hit that. Yep, January 2021. So, been off for a year and some change, and now he's finally back. Funny enough, though, he was going to fight for probably the title now. He's probably going to fight between, as far as, we'll just delete that, and then Alex Munoz also tested positive for PD, so he's going to be out for a year, which is very, very tough. He was somebody that was definitely on the rise, and now, not so much, as I thought I saw a fight cancellation. Oh, yeah, Felicia Spencer, she broke her jaw, so that's just great. So, now we're going to try and get Leah Letson on that card, so I'm glad we did see that, though. So yeah, now Felicia Spencer with a broken jaw. Because that fight, as far as, oh god, yeah, we have so much, there's so many pieces, man, because there's so many people shortlisted and whatnot. As far as that is at the ABC card here, yeah. Which is very, very tough, though. But, to go back to Cody Garbrandt. As far as we'll just go to bantamweight, because, he was going to fight for the belt, and now he's either going to fight as far as, because back then he was going to fight Jimmy Rivera, then if he would have beat Jimmy, he would have fought for the belt. But now, I mean, goddamn, Ray Borg, he's fighting, as far as he's coming up on his fight with Cejudo. Of course, he just beat Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw and Brett Johns, like he's been on a hell of a run. If he beats as far as Cejudo, he's probably going to fight for the belt next. Obviously, we also have Sandhagen. He's fighting, as far as Ronnie Lawrence, I believe, is that fight coming up? Yeah, in April. So, as far as we'll be having that. But right now, we do have Cody Garbrandt scheduled for a fight. I believe it is Brett Johns. Yes, it is. So, he's fighting in June. Brett Johns, still a top 15 guy. Should be a good fight, though, for him. He's been off, obviously, a year, and this is a good little bounce back fight for him. But, as far as all this pieces on mail, we should probably actually take care of that before we get going in case there is something that I've missed. But I don't think there's anything important, but just in case, before we hop into the card. Alrighty, so for the card, it is as follows. As far as obviously Alexander Volkanovski and Bryce Mitchell are main events. Of these two, we're obviously fighting at 145, and we'll be seeing, as far as I believe, Volkanovski is the clear favorite. Yes, he is. Not even close. Minus 530. As far as for Volkanovski, of course, he has been fighting champions, and as far as up-and-coming champions, and as far as the next contenders, kind of crazy lost to Michael Johnson, of course, but even crazier, I think, is he got 30-26. Man, he he's on a losing streak right now. He's lost 3 of his last 4. Figured he needs a bit of a pick-me-up after being the champion. And, as far as coming into the fight with Max and, the second fight and then the trilogy fight, both getting finished there. Very, very tough. But, as far as he is mostly a guy that's going to get out of the first 2 rounds. And you see it's either going to be a finish by the 3rd or even a 5th or 4th, but it's going to be into the championship rounds. As far as for Bryce Mitchell, though, as far as he is 10th right now in the featherweight rankings, which is kind of crazy, but for Bryce Mitchell, he is younger, and he is 6-2. He's coming off a win against Ryan Hall, but he did get the shit beat out of him by Mike Grundy, as Mike Grundy beat him up pretty bad. And, of course, the Leron Murphy fight didn't go his way. He lost by split decision. He had the one finish was against Josh Emmett. Funny enough, this is his first Fight Island card. He's had good fights. He's had decent ones. Even had Fantastic before the save, but we'll see what he can do. Of course, one of the few men that have won with a twister. And, still only 27. He's, what is he, ranked? 23rd, I think, is what we saw. Oh, 22nd. Yeah, 22nd and 9th for as far as Volkanovski. It's a big-time fight, though. Big-time fight for Bryce Mitchell. A huge step up in competition, and for Volkanovski, he's looking to get his first win in a hot minute. As Marcos Rogério de Lima against Tai Tuivasa. Bam, bam, Tai Tuivasa does have a losing record in the UFC, which is very, very sad. Marcos Rogério de Lima is 8-6. Tai is the favorite, though, and this is another fight to give a guy that's in the top 10. Well, he was in the top 10, now he's 11th. A bounce-back fight. He has lost 5 of his last 6. Very, very tough. His last win was against Stefan Struve when he knocked out the 7-footer in his first fight in the save. He's, of course, fought some very, very tough guys. Alice Overeem, Juan Adams, Sergey Spivak, Junior Dos Santos. The Buloy Ivanov loss was pretty tough, but we'll see how he does against somebody like Marcos Rogério de Lima, who is somebody that we can see get a finish if need be. He did beat Chai Lewis Perry. He's beaten Latife. He knocked him out. Of course, that was in the November fight at the Fight Night show. He was at Fight Island 4 when he won in the first 40 seconds against Chai Lewis Perry, a guy that does not have a bad fight. Really, besides his last one, which was decent, but even then, he, as far as, it was not to his fault as far as Saul McGarry, Razlov pretty much just tried to keep him down and tried to just keep him at bay, but he landed a lot of big-time shots. This is a big fight for both guys. For Tai Tuivasa looking to break that losing streak and to get a win on the right track, and for Marcos Rogério de Lima beat a top 11 guy, or top 15 guy in this case, to make it a little bit more sense. And I mean, he's a favorite, but it's not as crazy as the Volkanovski Mitchell odds. There's Shane Burgos and Arnold Allen. This is a hell of a fight here. As far as both guys with only 3 losses, 14-3 for Hurricane Shane Burgos, and then for Arnold Allen, 17-3. 13th and 20th on the rankings. Very, very close. Literally minus 110 on both sides. Of course, another featherweight contest. And both have similar records in the UFC. 7-3 and 8-2 for Shane Burgos, who just beat Gavin Tucker, but he's fought Moicano and Yair Rodriguez. Very, very tough. He won over Cub Swanson in a split. He's fought Calvin Kattar. He's fought some tough guys. He's fought some ranked guys, and he's fought some guys that are, have fought for belts, as far as for Moicano and Yair Rodriguez. For Arnold Allen, 17-3. He is coming in off of a loss to Guan Wang, of course, taking that fight on short notice. But he did beat Calvin Kattar, won with the guillotine, jumped the old gilly in a minute 33, I believe. As far as Kattar went for a takedown, and he got caught. I believe is how that went. As far as, let's see if we can look at it. Oh, no, he might not have. Actually, he might have got him against the cage. Yeah, that's probably what happened by the looks of it. But yeah, he's beaten Gilbert Melendez. He's beaten Josh Emmett. He had the fight with Zabit, which went the distance. He's a tough guy. And we'll see how he does as far as here in the save. He hasn't had a bad fight yet, so he's perfect for Fight Island. And that might be the best fight on the main card. And when it's all said and done, we shall see, though. That's going to be a tough one for Jimmy Rivera. He is taking on Oleg Borisov, and Oleg Borisov has been on a bit of a tear right now, but he might run into a bit of a demon here in Jimmy Rivera. For Oleg Borisov, he's undefeated, but both guys also have 25 wins, and literally almost the exact same record. It's just one draw for Oleg Borisov instead of a loss. But he's beaten Movsar Evloev, he's beaten Sergey Morozov. Very, very impressive performances, getting 30-27 in his last 4 fights. He's a guy who can beat somebody up and beat him down and keep him down. He's got a strong ground and pound game, great takedowns, of course. Very much a big thing is really just his age. He just might be too old to make something happen. But if he can beat Jimmy Rivera here tonight, that's going to really speed up his process. Because Jimmy, of course, he's fought Sandhagen, he's fought Cejudo for the belt. When he beat Casey Kenny on Cheeto. He just got a win over a body kick with Douglas Silva de Andrade. He's a guy that, of course we saw him at Fight Island 9, so back-to-back Fight Island cards for him, but he's fought John Dotson, Aljamain Sterling, Peter Yan, Marlon Moraes, Uriah Faber. He's gotten a win over the champ. He's beaten Thomas Almeida, Pedro Munoz. He beat Alcantara as well. He's fought and beaten a lot of tough guys. And it's kind of crazy to think his last finish loss was to Marlon Moraes. As man, I mean, that's crazy to think. That was the first 33 seconds of that fight, too, back in June of 2018. And for Douglas Silva de Andrade, he got the win with a finish for the first time since his knockout win over Marcus Ramaj. So that's going to be interesting to see how he does in this one at top 10 bantamweight, taking on a guy like Oleg Borisov, who I don't even think is ranked right now. I don't believe so. Yeah, he's not ranked, so top 10 guy taking on an unranked, very, very tough fighter, though. I mean, plus 660, I think is a little egregious, but it should be a hell of a fight, though. And we'll see how that plays out. As for Almabev, Jesus, the Kazakhstan flyweight, taking on Malcolm X Gordon, 17-7, 18-3. As far as Malcolm Gordon's 4-4 in the UFC, whereas Almabev is 1-1. As both guys, right at 500. Looking for that big win for Azui. He is not ranked. He just beat Jafel Villo, as far as he 30-27 him at the Fight Island 7 card. Probably shouldn't be in his third straight Fight Island card, to be honest, even though he's a Kazakhstan native. He just has not had that great of a performance so far at Fight Island. As for Malcolm X Gordon, though, of course, he's main evented a fucking fight night in this. He main evented the Asma Kurval fight night card, which he lost that fight. He got knocked out by Kai Car France in his last outing, which that was also a Fight Island card. Hasn't had a bad fight, really, since, the Asma Kurval fight, and even the Moreno fight, it went the distance, which he 27 Moreno, which is pretty insane. That was his last fight on pay-per-view. It's July of 2020. 3 fights in 2021, though. He had a bit of a break now to get his first fight of 2022. We'll see how he does in this one, as far as 31 years old. Top 10 flyweight, I believe, right? As far as, I completely forgot to look at his ranking. 15th. Or 14th, rather. Yeah, 14th in the flyweights in the division, but 23rd in the world. A lot of guys you're seeing that are taking him on, besides the Shane Burgos on Allen fight, which is super close. A lot of these are guys looking for a chance to bounce back after losing a couple of fights, and then for some, it's a chance at shocking the world and beating a incredible contender, a former champion in Bryce Mitchell's case. As for our prelims, Paul Felder back at it again against John the Bull Medesi, as far as the Quebec kickboxer taking on the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder, the Philly native. 18-7, 17-8, similar records there. No team though for Felder. 9-8 and 11-7, so almost similar records in the UFC as well. Paul Felder is the favorite, even though he's on a 4-fight losing streak, and he just lost to Dakota Bush, which that was also at Fight Island 10, which was very, very close. I mean, that's January 2022, so a quick turnaround for him. It's hard to believe, before this 4-fight losing streak, he had won as far as 5 of his last 6. Very, very tough. And the thing, he beat Charles Oliveira, beat Stephen Ray, beat Edson Barbosa, which that split decision was kind of crazy. At the Khabib Dustin Poirier card, had the fight with Dustin Poirier, which Poirier beat him up pretty bad, and the rematch with Barbosa, and that did not go his way. And yeah, it's just been a slippery slope from there. Guy that brings it, obviously, and a guy that, once he retires, obviously we're going to put him in the commentating position, because he is a great commentator. As far as, I would say, if it was up to me, it would either be Anik or Gooden, and then Sanko and Felder on like every card, every major card. So I just feel like that's the best lineup they can have. But for Medesi, 18-7, 11-7 in the UFC. He's not ranked. He is a kickboxer. He was on a hell of a winning streak until the Matt Wine loss, which he got beat up pretty bad in that one. It's been almost a year since we've last seen him, and this is a big-time fight, though, for him. To get back into the saddle of things. He's fought, Cerrone. He's fought Dennis Holman way back when at UFC 140. That's crazy. That was at the John Jones Machida card. He's fought, as far as Lando Venata as well. That was at the Holloway Pettis card. Got knocked out on that one. But a guy that has been on a lot of big-time pay-per-view cards, and now here for the first time on a Fight Island card. We'll see how he does. At 36, not a whole lot of big-time fights left for him, but he is quite the threat stand-up wise. It should be a fun main event of a prelim. As Kirill Kornilov taking on Walt the Big Ticket Harris rather, who has a losing record in the UFC, but he's taken on the undefeated in the UFC, and at least he's got the one draw, but he has not lost in for Kirill Kornilov. Both kickboxers. Walt Harris, of course, is the favorite, but he's ranked as I believe he was in the top 15. Now he's outside the top 20. He's 21st. He, of course, he lost to Somana. He lost to Sergey Pavlovich. He did beat Alexander Volkov, though, which is kind of crazy to think, but he got knocked out by poor Derek Lewis. Before that fight, though, I mean, he had won his, at least 3 of his last 4. They had the no contest with the drug test fair, which I believe that was on him. Yeah, it was on a PED cut, so he had to, he should have been out for the year, but he only was out from December to May. We'll see how he does, though. I mean, it's a big-time fight for him. Yeah, of course, it was on the Rousey, Misha Tate Ultimate Fighter. I believe that was that. Yeah, that was that finale. Yeah, of course, Nate Diaz and Great Maynard was that main. Kinda wild. Yeah, as far as a big-time heavyweight, for sure. 38, 6'4", taking on somebody like Kirill, who is looking for his 15th win. Both guys looking for their 15th win, but the Glory kickboxer coming into MMA. We've given him Rico Veruvian, and we've given him Chai Lewis Perry. He's passed both those tests. We'll see how he does here with another one, taking on a ranked heavyweight in Walt Harris, which Walt, of course, again, is the clear favorite at minus 450. Our second Oleg Olenchev, taking on Abdul Karim Idolov. As far as that, there for a hot minute, it looked like Abdul Karim Idolov was going to go on a bit of a run in the save, but now he's kind of tapered off. He's still looking for that 20th win after he beat Nikita Krylov. He took on Eric Anders, which he lost that fight, and he got finished by Bogdan Guskov, Bogdan's a pretty tough guy. But yeah, I mean, his 2 wins were pretty poor on fight nights, then, decent, so he hasn't really had a fantastic fight since that one fight night back in 2017. I mean, yeah, it's for a Russian Sambo champ. He hasn't put on the most exciting performances, but he's taking on another Sambo Russian fighter in Oleg Olenchev. As far as for Oleg, he was on a nice little winning streak as well until he lost to Michael. And of course, he got finished in the first round. That was back in September. But he did beat Magomed Anikolov, which is kind of crazy. Even with a rear naked choke in the final round. That's a hell of a win, though. That's definitely the most impressive win out of these two. And if he can get it done here tonight, he'll make it 19-7 for both guys, as far as if he gets the win. But for Abdul Karim, if he wins, he'll get his 20th win. Now, of course, Oleg will be 18-8 rather. For Trajan Gore and Armen Petrosian, the 2 middleweights here who don't have a lot of experience, 3-0, 3-1. Trajan Gore, of course, was a part, at least was supposed to be a part of that tough season, but I believe we end up not having him be a part of the tough season. That was the 29th season for us. Because he was signed, or no, he was injured. That's what it was. He herniated his spinal disc, so he ended up being gone. Then he left LFA because we signed him right up after his injury healed up, and we'll see how he does, man. I mean, as far as he beat Joe Ray in his last fight in the LFA, and that was in September. I mean, Armen Petrosian, obviously a very tough kickboxer. The Armenian is very, very talented. But he did lose to Roman Kopylov. In his last fight, he beat Ibrahim Mane. In his first fight, here in the save, knocked him out in the end of the first round. Should be a fun one, though. Should be a finish there in that prelim fight. And then for Mark Hume and Jalen Hill, 2 guys that are part of that tough season. As Mark Hume, he lost in his debut fight. As far as he's got no team as well. He lost to Dricus Duplessis. And as far as I believe, during the show, he lost to Zemetsko, yeah. Got knocked out by Zemetsko. I wouldn't say he's fighting for a job, but he possibly is if he loses to Kalen Hill. For Kalen Hill, though, I would say, as far as a guy at 170, he brings it. And he, in his fights, as far as he just beat Dean Hawkins, of course, in his big debut after the tough season. He knocked him out in the first round, but he got knocked out by A.J. Thompson in the second round. as his return to ABC in October. But yeah, doesn't have a bad fight. Won't have a bad fight. He's just too exciting. And a guy that brings, of course, his run on the Ultimate Fighter. He lost to Philip Rowe. He got knocked out. As both guys came off of a knockout loss in the tough season. Mark Hume did not get his win, though, whereas at least Kalen Hill won his first fight out of the house on the main roster. He's the favorite in this fight. We'll see if he can get it done. As for the analytical side of things, Bryce Mitchell does have a 6-inch reach advantage, and that's massive for somebody that is going to need to grapple to probably win this fight. Volkanovski, though, made event for the third time, and see if he can break that losing streak. For Tai Tuivasa, giving up, of course, he's got significant weight advantage. He is quite the giant heavyweight in there. But he's taking on a crafty veteran and a guy that can get a lot of wins a lot of different ways. He can knock you out. He can win by submission. He's got the gas tank to win by decision. It's going to be a tough guy. It's going to be a lot tougher than I think the betting line has it for both guys there. And for Arnold Allen and Shane Burgos, of course, very, very close betting lines. Literally a coin toss of an affair. Both guys are great at everything as far as they're well-rounded guys, and we'll see what they can do. If Burgos can stay in the top 15, or if Arnold Allen can make another run, potentially into the top 10. For Oleg Borisov, taking on Jimmy Rivera, who's, of course, the big favorite in this one. He's fought for the belt before, and he's taken on, I wouldn't say a rising contender because of his age, but a guy that might just, if he gets this win tonight against Jimmy Rivera, he might get one more fight, and then we'll be fighting the potential old man challenger in Uriah Faber, which that'd probably be the first time in probably forever that he's been the youngest fighter in a fight. Or, somebody that's a lot younger will be the champion by then. We'll see. For Alabev, he is, of course, finishing 3 of his last 5 opponents, but he has not gotten some wins as of late. And he's taking on somebody like Malcolm X Gordon, who's very, very tough and exciting flyweight, and he's the favorite in this fight as well. We'll see how he does. In our prelim main, Paul Felder against John Madesi, as far as the Bull versus the Irish Dragon. And for Madesi, he, even though Felder hasn't won since 2019, hasn't won in this decade, I would still say that you can't, even though he's a favorite in this fight too, in the Blurcat staff picks as well, you can't count out Madesi. He's just too talented. He's got a great head kick. He's unorthodox with his striking. He's going to probably give Paul Felder some problems here. Paul Harris, the big ticket, taking on Kirill Kornelov, as Kornelov is the underdog in this fight, but he's undefeated so far, and he's fought some very, very tough opponents at heavyweight. We'll see how he does against this first ranked opponent. As for Idolov, he's got the 6-inch reach advantage, but Oleg Olenchev is the favorite. It's going to be an interesting fight, though, with the two Sambo Russian fighters. And for Petrosian, he is the big favorite in this one. Mr. Vicious, Trajan Gore, we'll see how he does in his first fight here in the UFC. As for Mark Hume and Kalen Hill, no fucking nicknames between these two, and it's close on the betting line and on the Blurcat staff pick, so we'll see how this one plays out between the two tough 29 alums. As Mergliato's referee, Kate's judges, here we go. They touch gloves, left arm kick to the body already after the right hand. Oh, nice straight left hand that lands hard. He's landed some big shots already. Mark Hume is getting caught pretty bad and gets hit with a beautiful straight left as well with the head kick combination, and there's the crunching straight left on the jaw. Knocks him down. Could finish him here, but I think Mark is going to hang on. Yeah, tries a sweep, but only slightly succeeds, rather. Ends up in north-south now, trying to shift him, trying to scramble. Oh, now he's on his back. So they're keeping him short body-to-body contact here, trying not to make sure he gets caught with a submission. Oh, there's an arm. No, went for it, though. Yeah, that's what, obviously, Kalen Hill was wanting to avoid, and he does so. And there's a beauty of a straight left if the jab's wide. 2 quick jabs here, no power behind him at all. Lands the big left. As now he can't hit the upright jab, hits the leg kick. There's another leg kick after Flory. There's a left cross again that lands. Oh, and he knocked out. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the type of wins that Kalen Hill's going to get, man. He's got some power in his left hand, and he gets a knockout win. For Mark Hume, it'll be 7-4, and really has not looked impressive at all in any of his fights. I just don't think he's ready for the UFC, unfortunately, for him. Blackhouse MMA, though, training as well for Kalen Hill. He might be a guy to make a run potentially as a ranked middleweight in like the top 20s, just because of how dangerous he can be potentially with his striking. As Trajan Gore and Arman Petrosian, both men with 3 wins, looking for their 4th win tonight. Herb Dean's a referee. Both guys have a fight camp at least, and yeah, cage side judges. Petrosian gets a loud ovation here as the Armenian. Bit of a hometown fight for him as far as they're here in Abu Dhabi, but misses the right cross. Here comes a counter. Petrosian attacks with a pair of jabs, followed by a left roundhouse kick to the body. Left jab, leg kick to the body. Or leg kick to the body. Left kick to the body, rather. Good right hand from Petrosian. Oh, lands a jab at a low kick, does Gore. After the glancing blow with a high kick lands from Petrosian. 2-punch combination, tags him, then covers up with a leg kick, trying to get something going. Jab misses, connects with the right hand. Nice right roundhouse kick. Oh, and he rocked him. Trajan Gore's in trouble. Another big head kick, down he goes. Could finish from here. And, oh no, he's going to survive. Oh, looking for a knee bar. That is crazy. Petrosian, what are you doing? Now big time shots clearly of hurting Trajan Gore. And yeah, this is huge. Petrosian 10-9 on the scorecard. After that one, obviously getting the knockdown. And just crazy. He went for the submission. I think that was a mistake. We'll see, though. Obviously, in the second round, he's still up. And Trajan Gore with a jab. Right hand absorbed. They engage. Opens him up with the feint. Powerful head kick again from Petrosian off the counter. And down he goes. And another big-time shot. And this time, he finally finishes him on the ground. Another second-round finish tonight. In a win for Arman Petrosian. He jumps up to 4-1 now. And he thanks everyone at Roof Sport. Next contest. Oleg Olenchev. Abdul Karim Idolov. As we will see how the weight advantage is going to play into a factor here for Idolov, if it will. And I'm sure it will with the way they're going to grapple like they are. And yeah, he's already being the aggressor. 1-2 fails to land. That's going to give Idolov a chance maybe to grapple. And up lands the big left and right. Beautiful uppercut from Idolov. Oh, from Olenchev, rather. Excuse me. Idolov gets knocked down by it, and he's pounding away here. Some heavy shots are coming through. Idolov's going to hang on, though. Looking for the arm triangle. Idolov doesn't allow it, though. Knee bar. That also gets blocked. I'm liking the submission attempts now. After he went for the finish, he couldn't get it. But now Idolov, it's a takedown attempt. Can't get him. He's got him against the ropes here. Against the ropes. This is a 1. He's got him against the cage. And now he's got all of his weight on him. Exchanging strikes. And yeah, they're going to get out of that. Wow, I mean, what a round again from Olenchev. Another round where a guy looked to get a finish in the first round, but the guy survived. But will we see another vicious right cross here, which we do? Will we see another second round finish tonight? We do. My God, it's like we're following the goddamn script, the way this is going. Oleg Olenchev, though, great performance, great win. Thanks everyone connected to Rus Fighters, Rus Fighters Sports Club, because it's obviously for Russia, but hell of a win, though, as we'll see how Kirill Kornilov does against Walt Harris, the big ticket. Both men looking for their 15th win. Only one can get it, though, tonight, as, oh my God, glancing high kick, though. I thought he was going to land a big-time kick. Left jab and a left kick to the ribcage, rather. Misses the jabs. Good right hand. Nails the right cross. Here comes Kornilov with a left jab and a nice right hook. Stepping in, ready for a counter, which, yeah, nice kick to the body that's parried away, though, unfortunately, as Kornilov is, he knows what he wants to do. He wants to counter strike. But Walt Harris is starting to tag him a little bit. A couple of big-time shots here. Another left hook. It's a spin kick now from Kornilov. 1-2 from Harris. Missed with a right cross. Here comes a counter. It's a quick kick after the jab. Walt Harris is already getting tired. Harris with the right cross. They move in a strike. Trying to go for a counter to the, with the spin kick to the body. Not happening, though. Left jab, but fails on the hook to the body. 1-2 from Harris. Dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body. And that's the end of the first round. A very close round, though. They're going to give it to Harris. Yeah, I mean, I felt like Kornilov landed more shots, but I guess Walt Harris did more damage. So, I'm always in favor of the damage guy getting the round win. Oh, there's a counter, though. Counters the right hand with a wicked right uppercut. Down he goes. Oh, we're going to see another finish in the second round. We will. Mark Goddard stops the fight there in 32 seconds in the second round. 15th win for Kornilov, and it's a huge upset. But again, this is why we made this fight. I believed in Kornilov. I thought he was he's been tremendous out of striking-wise. He's another kickboxer, taking on another kickboxer in Walt Harris, but he's the better kickboxer. He's a glory kickboxer, and he's beaten Rico Verhoeven and Chai Lewis Perry. Like, he's fought some tough guys, and he's gotten wins stand-up wise in both those fights, and gets another finish as well. As our main event in the prelim, where we see another, for the 5th straight time, a second round finish tonight, as Mark Goddard, our referee for this one, as Makdessi and Felder battling it out here to main event this prelim of Fight Island 11. And here, neither fighter can land a big-time shot. Counts the roundhouse kick with a right hook. Does Makdessi. Comes in with a right head kick. Comes in with a jab at Kid at the right head kick. And Felder with a jab at Kid at the spin kick to the body. Left hook from Makdessi. 2 jabs. Doesn't hit the leg kick, though. Does Felder. Jab and a low kick. Oh, there's the head kick from Makdessi. Down he goes. He's going to finish him here in the first. Yeah. Sure it does. Tough fight for Paul Felder. I mean, I would say he should probably hang it up. Tough loss. We try to give him some gimmies, man, and has not been working. But Makdessi, those head kicks, they're brutal. 19-7, looking for his 20th win now in his next outing. Thanks having a TriStar Gym. And our main card opener, the flyweights, gonna battle it out. A couple of bigger flyweights, so 5'7" and 5'5". We'll see how Azul does against Malcolm X Gordon, as Azul, though, of course, the Kazakhstan native, looking to get a big win tonight as the underdog, though. Left hand, right cross from Azul. A couple of weak hands, barely or even registering as far as impact-wise. Left jab and a right hand from Azul. Went for the nice right hand, but it's a takedown attempt from Malcolm X Gordon, which he caught him with a knee off the counter. Knocked him down. What a great counter. He might finish him here, and he does. Huge upset win for Azul. I mean, he caught him with that knee, stuffing the takedown, kneeing him right in the fucking face, and that is all she wrote for Malcolm X Gordon. It says he was being a heavy underdog, hurt his pride here, helped spur him on for this fight, and big time fight though. And again, we made this fight because we believed in Azul, and also for Malcolm X Gordon, that was a very, very tough loss. He's going to be 17-8 now. Tough break, but my God, has this been a Fight Island to remember? Every single card, or every single fight, rather, on this card has finished before the third rounds even began. As Murgliata, our referee for this one, is Oleg Borisov and Jimmy Rivera. Like, it's crazy. These two bantamweights, shorter than the 2 flyweights we just saw. Rivera coming in close on Borisov, looking to unleash some strikes. There's a jab. Borisov avoids the big right. Quick flurry of punches here. Rivera sees 3 of the 4 hit home. Nothing but down on the big right. Rivera lands a left jab. Borisov avoids the kick to the body. It's set up. Now Borisov gets the takedown. Yeah, that is great fucking wrestling, taking an advantage here. Trying to pass. It's a scramble, though. And neither fighter can really get an advantage. So now they're just back to standing. And already Borisov trying to shoot in, but Rivera's trying to push the pace, kind of with a spin kick to the body here, but Borisov gets another takedown. And again, he's winning this round, I would say, off of those 2 takedowns. And yeah, a little shell-shocked here. Is Jimmy Rivera a minus 830 favorite, and he just lost that first round? We're about to see a shot from Borisov again, but Rivera's trying to hit the right cross, which he does after the 4-punch combination, too. But Borisov eats the 5-punch combination and gets his takedown. And he's doing a tremendous job with these takedowns. Yeah, just smothering away. Murgliata's going to stand it back up, and right hook there from Rivera. But again, he can stop a takedown. Oleg Borisov's sambo has just been too much for him. He's a 135-pound Khabib out there. As far as Borisov trying to smother him, can't get him down, and another round for Borisov. I mean, if you had an underdog parlay with our previous last 3 fights, you're probably swimming in fucking dough right now, because there's just no way he's going to lose this fight now. Another takedown. Hasn't been stopped yet. Rivera's got nothing for him. He's been landing shots, but they're not big enough to drop him or even just rock him. Like, he's getting fucked up once they get taken down. And yeah, I mean, 30-27 for Oleg Borisov, but yeah, not the most exciting of affairs, which you hate to see. But he absolutely ragdolled him. He got, I mean, listen, when you're a plus 660 underdog, you can win like that. That's fine. But it's not great. But he gets a huge win. And, I mean, goddamn, he beats Jim Rivera. He's got a chance to fight another top guy. And before you know it, they might fight for the goddamn belt. Hurricane Shane Burgos, though, taking on Arnold Allen. Our next contest. As far as we'll see how this one plays out, though, minus 110 across the board. Arnold Allen's fighting a little heavier than Shane Burgos is. And here comes the big right that's avoided, though, from Arnold Allen. And he gets hold of him. And looking for the trip. Burgos doesn't go down, though. And he's maintains another solid stance and stops the takedown. And now Burgos again trying to get in close. He's taking the initiative. Doesn't hit the big right hand, which is probably going to give Allen a chance to grapple up with him. Oh, no. Got him with the right cross. And another one. But now Arnold Allen again gets some sweeps him this time. And yeah, we'll see what Arnold Allen can do. I went for a scramble, but side control now for Arnold Allen. Not looking good. As yeah, he's doing the damn thing. And now that's the end of the round. Arnold Allen's ahead. It's close though. Mainly if he didn't get that takedown with so much time left, it probably would have been Shane Burgos' round. Nice right cross here. Try to get in close to Arnold Allen. Gets caught with a straight left that lands hard. Or straight right, rather, that lands hard, excuse me, if the left jab doesn't hit. And again, same thing. Another right hand after the left jab doesn't hit. And there's a nice cut above, or underneath the eye, rather, of Arnold Allen. Burgos again looking for a slam. Oh, he gets slammed. Does Arnold Allen, rather, as far as now Burgos is in trouble. He's going to probably lay in prey, potentially. Oh, looking to push back. To scramble, though. Bad choice. Yeah, Arnold Allen gets eye control. Yeah, just he's just doing enough, I think. But I would say, honestly, Burgos won that round. He cut him. He probably landed more strikes, if I had to guess. Oh, no, he did not. Oh, boy, yeah, he only landed those 4 strikes. Yeah, Arnold Allen's probably up on the scorecard. So here we go, final round. Burgos trying to take the initiative. Caught him with a crunching right hook. 1-2, Arnold Allen was equal to it, and he's able to grab him and try and take him down. Oh, slams him here, yep. Leg lock. Damn. Got it. What a win, though, for Arnold Allen. He would have 30-27 if he didn't get that finish. Tremendous stuff, though. 18-3. Thanks everything to TriStar Gym, and yeah, he looked great out there. As our co-main event, Marcos Rogério de Lima is tied to Ivasa. Bam Bam himself, looking for his 10th win. And for Marcos Rogério de Lima, he's looking for his 20th. So here we go. Jab, left kick to the body. Tuivasa with a nice right hook, though. As a Bam Bam's got that power that he can land a big-time shot off of one strike. There's a right hook, though. Clean right hand from Tuivasa. Tuivasa with a nice right hook there, as well as Rogério de Lima lands 2 quick jabs with a nice right hook of his own. Oh, Tai Tuivasa's been rocked. He's up against the cage. Big right hook. He's barely able to stay him. And, oh, he went for the big right hook to maybe end it. Oh, no, the big head kick, rather, excuse me, to end it. But he is able to get out of that just in time. And he's able to survive the onslaught as tied to Ivasa. They engage. Left kick to the rib cage. Went for the hook to the body. That fails to land. Went for the counter here after the right cross misses, but it's a right round kick. The body doesn't connect. Tuivasa lands the nice right hook after Marcos Rogério de Lima lands a great right hook. Damn. Tuivasa getting outstruck here. Pretty tough. 1-2 from Tuivasa fails to land, and that's the end of the first round. Good round, though. It was a fun round. Obviously, Marcos is up on the scorecard. Could we see another upset here tonight? As a jab and a head kick doesn't make contact, though, from Rogério de Lima. After the counter strike was there, but he missed out on the strike. Went for the right hook, missed it. Starting to slow down. Missed the right after the jab lands from de Lima. Now Lima coming in. Gets countered again to Tuivasa. It's a quick left to the right hook stuck, though, and Ty's getting tired now. Clean right hand after the right cross from Tuivasa. He's landed a left jab as well. Does Rogério de Lima. I feel like he's winning this round as well. There's a thumping right hand to the body, though. Just like a good body shot. Counters the right hand, left to the body. And moves in, engages quick left straight right from Tuivasa. Jab at a right hand from de Lima. Body kicked out from Lima. Nice right hook from Tuivasa. Jab and a right hand that lands hard from Tuivasa. Gets countered here, though, as Tuivasa with a good right hand. Tuivasa misses the big right hand to the body, but he lands the left hand at least. Glancing glow with a high kick from Marcos Rogério de Lima. And hell of a round again. Very, very close. They're going to visit Tuivasa. I felt like that one, yeah, he he got outstruck. That's what I felt like, but I guess he landed more power strikes. So it's a tough one, though. Just for the sake of entertainment, I like it being 1-1 and going into the final round, where each guy thinks it's a must-win round. Right cross lands hard. Ooh, may have been damaging his own hand after that one. That ain't it. Left hook from Tuivasa. Good right hand from De Lima. Both guys are pretty much tired now. It's crazy. Here we thought we were going to get a finish, but we're down to the final round here. Smothered against the cage. Will we see our first scorecard tonight? As or our second one rather, after our abysmal affair between the 135ers. Now trying to get him in a Muay Thai position, can't quite do it. Went for that Muay Thai clinch, couldn't get it done. Lands the big right hand. Can't find the mark on the right hook. Does De Lima. Two left hands on the counter. Two punch combination. Avoids both of them. That's the end of the round and the end of the fight. Yeah, I mean, probably 29-28. Marcos Rogerio De Lima. Yeah. That's a tough one for Bam Bam to lose. Now he's 9-6. I mean, I just can't keep him around anymore. He's going to have to go. Another upset, though, tonight. Very, very tough to see. Our main event. Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell. Here we go. Between the 145ers, we got a 5-round fight. As he caught him with a left hook already. That's Bryce Mitchell. Damn. Large gash opened him up here. Bleeding already. But Volkanovski gets a hold of him. Which is a terrible idea, because you will not out-wrestle Bryce Mitchell. At least I thought he wouldn't. Oh my. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell, got him against the cage. Slams him down. Quick underhook here, trying to separate him. Scramble. Yep, side control now. So, Bryce Mitchell throws a couple punches designed to keep him in close. Throws a few weak-looking punches. Now a minute left. Oh, Kimura. That blocks it. And that's the end of the round. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell up 10-9 on the scorecard. Another potential upset here. So yeah, that cut, though. I mean, that might be a bit of a difference maker if they don't take care of that early. But he's got him against the cage again. Another suplex. He's got his back, too. Oh, my. If he gets both hooks in, it's over. This is insane that Volkanovski didn't even try and strike with him. I mean, I guess I will say he hasn't even really gotten the chance. He's been trying to grapple with him, but you see in Bryce Mitchell's, I think, reach advantage playing into a huge factor here. Pushed him down on his hands and knees, though. So at least he stopped that. Takes him another round for Bryce Mitchell, though. And now if you're Volkanovski, it's either win out these rounds or get a finish here as he evades the big left. Taking the initiative again, he fails to find him with jab, hits the straight left. Reopen that cut above the hairline here, and now, oh, it's got the underhooks. Looking to take him down. There's a Greco-Roman slam. How about that? From Volkanovski, and he's got his back. See if he can get both hooks in, but this is going to be a tough one. Both guys are really, really good grappling-wise. Oh, no, he's got him. Doesn't get the choke, though. That's crazy. Going for it again. This time he flattened him out. What a win, though, from Volkanovski. Did not look good there for him in those first two rounds, but he got his hooks in, choked them out in the third, and is your winner. Yeah, I mean, Tiger Muay Thai, we didn't really see any Muay Thai grappling. We saw him at least pick him up and slam him. So at least, yeah, we saw that, the grapple. But what a win, though, for Volkanovski. What a crazy card, though. We had so many upsets. As far as Borisov beat a top 10 bantamweight. We saw Azu beat a top 15 flyweight. And we only saw 2 scorecards the whole time, and it was... I definitely thought this one was going to get finished, though, but Tuivasa survived it, and now he's probably out of a job, unfortunately. That breaks my heart. Paul Felder's probably out of a job as well. Walt Harris losing tonight was tough, but I figured he was actually going to lose that fight. Tough. I mean, all the unranked guys taking on ranked fighters won tonight. They were 4-0. That's kind of crazy. Popularity decreased all across the board. Yeah, because we just had this be on the, of course, the Fight Island cards. They're only on the Fight Pass. But yeah, performance bonus for Volkanovski. And for Borisov, even though it was a poor fight, he dominated him. Yeah, Zoo looked good. Had the great knee. Kornelov looked good. Yeah, that'll probably do it for the performance bonuses, unfortunately. Actually, on Island. He looked great against Shane Burgos. Yeah. Yep. Wow, we actually lost money. Kind of crazy. Lost about 400,000. But not too bad. Not too bad of a card. Very fun card, though. I'm sure we lost pop, but Who gives a shit? We'll get it back. As that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the end of March here of 2022. Take care, everyone.